Alright, what's up? And welcome back, anybody who's joining again. So we'll give it a few minutes to get going. There's a couple of things we forgot to talk about last time, and I think I got my computer. Well, my computer's charging again. That's helpful. I don't know exactly why it wasn't, or what was preventing it from doing so earlier. It was plugged in and wasn't loose or anything. I don't know. But it's charging again. Thank goodness. I was really kind of worried about that. It's like, what the hell am I going to do if my computer won't charge? But it seems to be good now. So, anyway, yeah, let's stare at some laser patterns and whatever else happens. But hey, Mark, what's going on, buddy? Oh, nice. That's very cool. I'm glad to hear that, Mark. I'm looking at talking about old bikes, not a BMX, but an old bike. In Henderson, actually. Guy wants $95 for it. It's a Dawes, a vintage Dawes road bike. Reynolds Chromoly. The guy wants $95, and it's a pretty good deal. It needs some work. I'd have to tinker with it, and maybe I'd get like $250. That's cool if you can work out a trade, though, Mark. That's pretty good if it suits everybody. So I gotta try and sell my the Le Monde. I gotta put that up, I guess, on a couple of different platforms and see what I can get out of it. There's a couple more bikes that I really want to buy, like this one. I really, really, really want to go buy that bike for $95. I bet he'd take 75. It looks like it's been up there for a while. And it's a weird bike. You have to be a taller rider for it. It'd be like a 61 inch or 61 centimeter. It's a 23 and a half inch, so like 60, 61 centimeter. 59 at least. Guest, hi, hello. Anyone who's here? And, thanks for hanging out. Did you see the forecast? Did you see the thumbnail? I really hope they're wrong about tomorrow. Otherwise, I think we're all going to die. Hopefully that was just a glitch. But there's another example of things not working as they're supposed to. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be 135 degrees in Las Vegas in January. At least I hope not. That wouldn't be good at all. So, oh, me too, Mark. Especially lately. No, I'm only showing you the part that is clean. The whole rest of this place is like a freaking storage unit. And European American, please. Oh, you mean the forecast? Mark, no, I pulled that up on my phone. Like checking out the hourly tomorrow. Like, what's it going to be like? And it says 135 in the afternoon. I was thinking about taking a bike ride, but maybe I won't. That seems kind of hot for January, especially. Seems like that would be the hottest recorded temperature on Earth ever. So let's hope they're wrong about that. Anyway, I gotta check my notifications. Hold on, guys. Okay, because right now it says it's 52 degrees in Las Vegas outside, which means tomorrow afternoon it'd be like 85 degrees hotter, 80 some odd degrees hotter than it is right now. Yeah. But God help us, seriously, Mark. God help us if it's going to be 135 tomorrow. I don't think any of us are going to survive. Especially after we're all used to more like January kind of weather. Yeah, oh, I'm sure it's a glitch. Yeah, but that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like everything's just kind of out of whack right now. Have you noticed? Like I can't get my Uber Eats reactivated, and I've had my new driver's license for, I don't know, a week and a half now, and they even sent me a text earlier saying, "Why don't you finish your stuff and get back on the road again or whatever?" It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, pardon my French, but that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Pardon my French. Um, Everything is kind of stupid and broken, is what I'm trying to say. And why is it that way? Why is it showing that it's going to be 135 degrees tomorrow when it's obviously not going to be? I don't know. It's all kind of bothered me a lot. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's what I said. So, anyway, I gotta sell my Le Mans road bike so I can buy this Dawes right here for $95. I'll even give the guy $95 for it. What he's asking. It's cool and it'll fit me, and I don't think I'd have to do too much work to it for it to be awesome. I could make a couple of videos, do a couple of bike rides with it, and then flip it for, detail it and make it ride awesome and maybe sell it for 250. It's worth that. It's a chromoly classic hand built Dawes. It's a pretty cool bike. Yeah, big solar flare. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope they're wrong about the weather tomorrow. But anyway, so let me check on something else here. I really do want to. I really do want to get that bike though. But I say that about a lot of bikes, and I know you know what I'm talking about, Mark. You know what? I posted this video earlier, and I was really kind of worried about its performance. It's kind of catching up to the lower side of average now. I guess I shouldn't panic when I post a video and it doesn't do anything for the first little while. It always comes around. But that one, that's kind of a big deal because, those are monetized videos. That's a product that a company sent me for free to test and review, and I would like to encourage that sort of thing. So it's helpful when the videos get more views, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's about what I was thinking it was going to be tomorrow, Mark. 135 seemed a little out of season. I mean, that's hot even in the summertime. That'd be the hottest weather we ever had in Las Vegas by like 15 degrees. So anyway, so tomorrow, yeah, if it's only going to be 61, I gotta wait for some mail to come. I can ride the $90 pawn shop bike tomorrow. I think we might do a one-handed live stream because that's an upright enough bike that I can go pedaling and hold on to that thing with one hand and still like keep the phone in a good position for you guys. So I think we'll probably go do that tomorrow while I'm waiting for the mail to get here. I need the bar tape for the Schwinn so I can ride that thing again because the bar tape that's on there is just disintegrating and it turns your hands black and it's hard to wash out. It's like ruining gloves even. But so yeah, I gotta wait for that and a couple other things to come tomorrow. I was gonna put the new uh, bar tape on the Schwinn today. It was supposed to come today, and I was gonna take a ride tomorrow, and I was gonna test out the new action camera too. But maybe I'll just do a live stream around the neighborhood tomorrow. Ride a bike around downtown Las Vegas. So be sure you got your notifications on. Guys, I'm not sure what time that's going to be, but while I'm waiting for the mail, maybe we'll go pedaling around the hood, downtown Las Vegas on a Friday, and see what's happening if it's not going to be 135 degrees. But yeah, if you're just tuning in or you missed it earlier, my laptop is charging once more. I'm not sure what went wrong or exactly how it's going right again, but it is charging, and that's helpful. I was really kind of worried about that. So I jiggled it, and that's about it really, and now it works again. But it didn't work when I did that earlier. I jiggled it, pushed it in some more, and it didn't work. Anyway. Well, it's good to see you, Mark. Thanks for hanging out, and take it easy. I just want to spend a few more minutes with you. The last stream didn't end on a very good note, and like since then, not really much has changed. But yeah, I didn't want to go out like that. So thanks to anyone who's chilling for this one, but thanks to anyone who was here for the last one too. And yeah, I think if it's only going to be 61 tomorrow and not 135, I think we will go take a ride around the neighborhood. So again, be sure you got the notifications on, guys, and we'll see what's happening downtown on Friday afternoonish, probably. I don't know, can't say what time for sure, but I'm gonna wait for mail, probably early afternoon, so I gotta wait for the mail. I don't want to waste too much energy though, because if the bar tape gets here and I can get it up on the Schwinn in time, we're gonna take that out for the Chaos ride, I guess, and I'll probably go live a time or two during that. Not during, probably not during the riding segments because they've been pretty intense, and like things. I don't know. You might be able to refer to such videos as evidence, perhaps. So maybe when we're chilling, like when we get to cool places, I'll check in with you. So again, notifications. Make sure you got them on. So yeah, but I think it'd do some good to take the black bike out tomorrow, pedal around the neighborhood a little bit. That thing feels like a tank compared to the other two now. I mean, when I got that hybrid bike, the $90 pawn shop bike, it's like, wow, this thing is so light and smooth, whatever. Now it's like, wow, that thing's a tank compared to the Schwinn and the Le Monde. But it still rolls pretty well. It's still a pretty good neighborhood bike. It's a good Wednesday night ride bike. And hey, Irving, good to see you again, buddy. Glad you're here. Well, I was able to get my laptop charging again, and just, I don't know, I'm feeling a little less like I was in the last live stream. So I was just saying, if you just tuned in, I didn't want to go out like that. So I figured better come back and spend a little time. What's up, Shane? Good to see you, buddy. So I was just checking out. I gotta sell the bike that I just bought, the Flip, so that I could buy a couple more. There's one on Craigslist that's really awesome. It's a really good deal too. It's the right size bike. It's a bike that I could actually keep for myself, but probably shouldn't. It's a Reynolds Chromoly hand-built Dawes, probably late 70s, early 80s. I would say, and the guy wants $95 for it, and it's like, wow, that's pretty awesome. So if he's still got it when I get rid of the Le Monde, I'm for sure going to get that. And that'll be a fun project and a cool flip. I'll ride it a few times and then sell it, but make it like super awesome. I want to do more of that. I'm so happy when I'm working on bikes and riding bikes and not thinking about all the other terrible crap going on all the time. I mean, seriously, my ulcers have been bleeding less lately. I feel better generally. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but under the circumstances and all things considered, I'd say things are going pretty well most of the time, and it's, I think, largely due to messing around with bikes and going on bike rides and stuff all the time. It's something I really enjoy. Yeah, I know how you feel about it, Shane, for sure. But it's, I don't know, like getting together with you guys, the bros, and going out and having some fun. Good. Mountain biking, cool. Riding bikes is fun. It's good for you, and it's a great way to take your mind off things. Should you ever need to. But, it's a good thing to go and do anyway. Like the Wednesday rides last night, everybody who came along, thanks again. 6,400 and some during the live stream. So thanks and shout out to each and every one of you. Well, regardless of your religious feelings about it, it's just good to be outside, isn't it? Doing things, being active, makes you feel good, right? Oh, man. Aren't either of you doing the Chaos Ride? Shane, I know Chris said he was doing the Chaos Ride. I don't know, Lady Grace. That's interesting. And I know you live near an airport, but I don't know. I honestly don't know anything about that. But anyway, let's see. So I guess Shane and Chris are going to Lake Las Vegas, maybe tomorrow. I was gonna do that on. Aren't we doing that on Saturday? Or are we just going to the wetlands? Because I was thinking I was preparing myself mentally for a very long bike ride on Saturday. I gotta keep pushing it hard. If I'm gonna take a 327-mile long bike ride through some treacherous terrain at times, I'm gonna have to be in better condition than I am now. So I gotta start pushing it harder. Yeah, interesting take on it there, Shane. Uh, yeah, no, that'll happen, Lady Grace. I appreciate you guys hanging out. And this guy, let's see, this guy's kind of over by Whitney Ranch, Sunset Gibson-ish. What else is over there? I don't know. I don't want to like direct everybody to this guy's house. This guy with the Dawes. If that thing is still for sale, I really need to buy that. That'd be a good flip and a fun bike to ride while I'm working on it. What's up, Liberty Tree? Yeah, I don't know, Lady Grace. That's interesting, though. And I don't know. There's been a lot of strange activity spotted in the skies lately over most parts of this country. Um, and I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. I don't know. Like we've talked about in this earlier in this stream and the last stream, it says nothing makes sense anymore. Everything seems kind of out of whack for me, anyway. I've given you a couple of for instances, and if you look at my thumbnail, it says it's going to be 135 degrees tomorrow afternoon in Las Vegas in January, and I'm sure that's a mistake, but that's quite a mistake. It's never been 135 degrees in Las Vegas or anywhere on Earth for that matter at all, especially not in January. So that's just like the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Nothing really makes sense. Yeah. Well, win something for me next time, will you, Shane? Because I don't win anything anywhere, it seems like. I might have to give you, like, here's $5 for me, like, win whatever you can, and I'll split it with you. I'll play my $5 and see how it goes. Because if I do it, I'll just lose $5. I haven't even, like, I have thought about gambling lately. I do, I mean, we live in Vegas. It is nice to go out and play a few bucks in a machine every once in a while. But it's just, I mean, money's been tight and other things, much bigger fish to fry. I just haven't been able to think about going and doing it actually. Although I was, like, somebody was playing Cleopatra and Cleopatra Kino in 7-Eleven this morning when I went to get coffee, and was like, I'd love to sit and play some Cleo or some Caveman. I know Shane. Shane knows what I'm talking about. You won again tonight? Damn it, man. On Wheel of Fortune? Nobody ever wins on Wheel of Fortune, Shane. How in the hell do you keep winning on Wheel of Fortune? Good for you, though. I mean, I haven't seen anyone win on Wheel of Fortune that was playing with less than like $1,000 bankroll. So, I mean, but I guess it's just a matter of timing, mostly. And the luck of the draw, somebody's going to hit something at some point. Might as well be you, right, Shane? And good for you. I need to have that kind of luck. I need to go into a casino with the $2 or $3 that I've got and come out with a lot more than that. It never goes that way, though. The only time I ever win at a casino, it seems like, is when I don't need the money at all. And it's like, whatever. I used to win all the time. When I had money coming out of my ass, when I made $180,000 a year or whatever, I'd go in the casino and win all the time. Still never had a hand pay. Never bet big. I don't care how much money I've had in my life. I've never gambled large amounts of money. 6 inches of snow? Wow. Yeah, oh yeah, that's gonna for sure suck. I was talking to my dad, and he said it's even gonna be cold in Florida for the next few days. Week and a half. So I can imagine that the Northeast is gonna be really, really cold and probably snowed in. I hope you fare well, Liberty Tree. I know. Well, I can imagine what it's like to be in the Northeast this time of year. We have a much different kind of winter here in Las Vegas. It does get cold here. It hasn't really been very cold this winter compared to usual. I mean, we've been slightly above average, thankfully. Um, but it can get very cold here, but not like Northeast snowstorm cold. The light's running on battery power, and I don't think it's even like half charged. I don't know how much juice we're gonna get out of the old laser tonight. We watched it die last time, and then it came back to life. Remember that, Shane? I know you were here. Yeah, I know it's been very cold here, and I've been here at least half a dozen times when it snowed. Like mostly at higher elevations. Like when I lived in the Anthem area, it snowed a couple of times. Um, and then I don't know, like probably 4 or 5 times at least I've watched it snow here now. Yeah, the zombie projector, it came back to life. One last little bit, and then it died again. Hey, hell, I gotta list the Le Mans for sale tomorrow. I think on Marketplace, and I might even put it on eBay. I don't know, because the right buyer for that bike might not be local. But somebody wants a 56 centimeter Le Mans Zurich in very, very rideable condition with all the good goodies on it. If I can get rid of that thing soon, if I can get rid of that thing before this guy gets rid of that thing, then that'd be maybe the next project. Or flip. It's not much of a project, I don't think, that DAWs is going to need. Like, the brake cables look too long and a couple other things. Some tweaks and some tuning in full detail. Like, take it all apart, put it all back together, some fresh grease and whatnot. And that would probably be a really awesome bike. Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely good to have a weather radio. Oh, man. I haven't eaten dinner. I haven't really eaten anything today. I'll save dinner for tomorrow. I'll have a snack. I got enough to last me through tomorrow, at least. People need to buy some stuff, though, for real. It's been really slow, like unusually slow. I should be selling more things on eBay, definitely. And I got like nickel and dime stuff on there. It should be like quick, easy sales, 2 or 3 a day at least. And I've only had 2 sales in the last week. But it can't stay like that forever, and if it does, it's gonna suck for everybody. So, Subway. I would tear up some Subway right now. I am hungry, but I don't really need dinner. I could just have a snack and I'll be alright. I got like a fettuccine Alfredo dinner thing that I'll eat tomorrow, right before the Chaos ride. Some carbs. Carbs right before the ride, because that's going to be a pretty intense ride. And then Saturday, if we're going all the way to Lake Las Vegas, even if we're just going to the wetlands and back, if I'm pedaling, that's still going to be more than I'm used to. Got to get that conditioning though. Gonna take a long bike ride here in a few months. And I got to be ready for it. It's going to be the ride of my lifetime. And I can't wait. Yeah, there's one. I think they did it today, actually. I think it's on Thursdays. Laney Grace, the one in the neighborhood. It's at like a little church, other side of downtown, kind of from where I am. Um, I don't know. I haven't been by there when they were doing that in a while. Oh, wow. No, you're good, Laney Grace. I went to one time and they told me I had to have a car. I was like, well, I got a scooter. I'm here on it right now. And they're like, no, you have to come through with a car. It's like, if I had a car, I probably wouldn't need a food bank. I don't know. And there's people in line, like people in Range Rovers and stuff, getting free food. Like that kind of bothers me a little bit. If you really need it, if they genuinely need it, if they lost their job or something and they can't pay their bills and they still have a Range Rover, I understand. Like sometimes that's the way it goes. I found myself in a situation like that, kinda. Um, but yeah, I mean, some people are just like, screw it. If I don't have to pay, then I won't. It's like I don't need it, but whatever. No, that's nice, Laney Grace, and I'm glad you're a very special person, and I'm glad to be friends with you. Huh. Well, it's nice to do good things with good people, however it works. Yeah, no, I see people like that, Don, and I mean, I guess to each their own. Do it the way you do it, I guess. But for me personally, I've had to take handouts before, but I try to only do it when I really, really need it. Because I'll see, a nickel on the ground sometimes and be like, somebody else needs that more than I do. Wow, that sounds pretty good. Liberty Tree. Well, I mean, I know we've talked about this before, and I don't want to put any pressure on you or anything, Laney Grace. Why don't you come join us in Vegas? It's really nice here. You've already got friends here. So, but yeah, I mean, could be living near an airport isn't such a great idea anymore with all the stuff that they've got going, and it could be some frequency that you're experiencing or something that's kind of throwing you off. Maybe I could see that. I don't live that close to any airports here. We are fairly close to an airport. And then there's another in North Las Vegas and one in Henderson and the Air Force Base and stuff, but I'm not very close to an airport, and you wouldn't have to be close to an airport here. If you moved here, most of the parks like you're talking about, Laney Grace, are not near the airport, or places like 55 and up communities. And I'll rent a room from you if you do. So yeah, I gotta sell some stuff this weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I hope everybody's in a buying mood. Normally after Christmas, it stays going. Like everybody's kind of in the retail spirit until about Valentine's Day, and then it kind of backs off, and then it kind of surges again in the summertime. But I mean, right now we should be jamming. I should be clearing out everything I've got. me see. Let me check on some stuff. Thanks to everybody who watched the, what's it called? The action camera unboxing. I guess I'm going to keep this thing and fulfill my obligations to the company. It still had 12 less views than usual and a lot less watch time than usual, but whatever, it'll catch up eventually. And it could be a really good camera. It looks pretty solid. I mean, my initial impressions are, I'm encouraged by it, I should say. And I was going to go take a ride and use it tomorrow on the Schwinn. And I was supposed to get new bar tape today so I can ride that thing without my hands turning black. But it's going to be postponed. The bar tape's not coming until tomorrow. They said they tried to deliver it today, but there was nobody there to receive it. But other mail got delivered today. So I think they just left it on the truck and then saw it later and was like, oh, yeah, there's nobody there, so we'll deliver it tomorrow. And that's another thing. Like, nothing is going quite like it should these days. Nothing has been working out for me quite like it should. And I'm not doing anything differently. It's just everything else seems to be a little more screwed up than it normally would be. Yeah, it came with all that good stuff. And the little handlebar mount, which I don't trust them fully. Like, I wouldn't put it on an e-bike or a motorcycle or something. Like, if I'm going 20 plus miles an hour, I probably wouldn't use the handlebar mount. But for kind of things that I do, just kind of rides that I take around here usually, I think it'd be fine. But it looks like a good little camera. I'm excited to use it and try it out. And if it is good, then I mean, it really is. Like, I mean, people need to stop buying GoPro cameras. If it's even nearly as good, like, I wasn't going to buy any more GoPro cameras anyway because I've had my fun with them and I'm just not going to do it anymore. But if this one works and it shoots decent video and it's smooth enough, then it could be the solution. So we'll see. Time will tell. But it looks like that new DJI camera came out recently, or the newer version of it, and it looks really good. I don't know if I would buy one. I would probably get one of those before I got a GoPro, but I still like the 360 cameras, the Insta360. I think if I'm going to shell out like premium camera money again, it's going to be for one of those. But if I can get the GoPro type shots with a much cheaper camera that might actually work half of the time, then that would be awesome. So fingers crossed, guys. We'll see what happens with the IceFox action camera. I guess I'll take it on Saturday. Whatever ride we're doing on Saturday, Shane, whatever we end up doing, you'll get to see the IceFox in person. Because it's got all the same kind of mounts and stuff. I can put it on my chest harness and we can go and ride. I think it's possible, Lady Grace. I mean, if this camera is smooth enough when it's mounted to something, like this camera might be small enough to do that. I don't know, depending on what you're riding, I guess. But just with some of the mounts that this IceFox camera comes with. I thought of some pretty cool angles that I could get on the Santa Monica ride. Especially if I could get them, if it's a good camera, and I could get them to maybe be the camera sponsor of that video series and trip, then see if I could get a couple more of them and have, you know, 3 or 4 of them running maybe at any given time, get different kinds of shots with different kinds of mounts. I don't know. But I have high hopes and expectations of this camera. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, they know I have a YouTube channel and they know that I've ridden motorcycles and stuff with GoPro cameras, and if they think that their product competes, then maybe it actually does. That is possible. Yeah, I think it would probably, there's probably a way to do it to where it would see around the stem and stuff. I think there'd be a way to make it work. Laney Grace, we'll see how smooth it is. Maybe it's possible to do that. Yeah, well, it's got a bunch, Shane. I mean, there's a handful of different ways that I could do it. If I got another bar mount or two, I could do like a lower frame camera. Um, I don't know. I had some ideas. I'll show you what I was talking about on Saturday, I guess. It depends, Laney Grace. It depends what kind you want. Like some of them go really fast and some of them only go, you know, like 12 miles an hour. Mine goes 19. It's not a fast scooter, but it will get up to a decent speed. I mean, a decent cruising speed, I think, for a scooter that size is about 19 miles an hour. And it'll do it. The Highboy S2R Plus, the Ed and Judy scooter. And I guess it's time you knew, guys. Whoever's here, it looks like only 6 of you right now. That's the only electric vehicle that I still possess. I don't have an e-bike anymore. I'm still giving Hachi e-bikes full. Um, well, I'm giving them credit for the inspiration for the Santa Monica ride, and I'm gonna mention and feature them throughout said video series as promised. They did send me a couple of awesome e-bikes, and I did decide that they were just not right for what I was going to be doing. Nothing wrong with them at all. I would say if I were to go and buy an e-bike, I would go and buy one of the 2 that I had already, probably. They are very good, and I recommend them. I know Shane. The Cheetah is no more, Shane. It's gone. I needed to pay some bills and start flipping bikes and bike parts and, you know, get a few more things to sell on eBay. So I had to do some wheeling and dealing. I got rid of a few things, and I'm going full analog in 2025, and the Ed and Judy scooter is like in case of emergency. If I'm unable to pedal, and I will take it out every once in a while, but like I want to be full analog also so that I am pedaling all the time and getting in better shape and can take this long ride. I think this is what's going to set my channel to where I can, you know, like rely on it as a source of income. If I take a 327-mile bike ride through some pretty treacherous terrain and end up at the ocean. Hey, Irving. Good to see you back, buddy. So I'm giving credit to Hachi e-bikes for inspiring that bike ride, but I'm going to do it on a regular old bicycle. Yeah, well, if you're riding at night, anything at night, I recommend having some kind of lights on it anyway. Sorry, I'm looking at something over here. I'm checking notifications right now. I'm getting a lot of notifications, but none that are really helpful. I need to get that notification saying that $1 million has been deposited in my account and that everything's good and I can go ahead and start spending it. But that hasn't happened yet tonight. But there's still time. But yeah, if you missed it earlier, I guess we're gonna take a bike ride while we're waiting for the mail tomorrow, and just kind of a warm up, getting the legs moving and ready for the chaos ride tomorrow night. So it'll probably be. It's usually about 3 o'clock in the afternoon by the time the mail gets here, and as soon as it does, I need to put the new bar tape on the Schwinn so that I can ride that on Saturday. I was planning on taking the Schwinn out all day tomorrow if the things that were supposed to come today came today. But we'll just put that off. We'll do it on Saturday. We'll take the Schwinn and the new camera, the IceFox action camera, Ultra HD 4K. We'll see what that's all about. I think it's going to be all right. I think that camera is going to be fine. And then I'm going to be like, why was I ever spending all these hundreds of dollars on GoPros all the time? At least that's the way I'm hoping it's going to turn out. Oh, no, I know it throws people off. Liberty Tree. But, I don't know. What was I going to say? I guess we'll take a couple of, like, technically highways, or maybe U.S. highways, um, at some point, and we end. Well, the ride ends. The Pacific Ocean begins at the end of Route 66 if we're going that way. So we'll see how it all turns out. I gotta take a bunch of different roads to get from downtown Las Vegas to uh, what's it called? Santa Monica. It's not like if you take a car, you just jump on the 15 and take that all the way into LA. I know Irving knows a thing or two about the differences in highways and U.S. highways and freeways and interstates, and I haven't driven. This is the longest I've gone without driving in my adult life. I used to put so much emphasis on having a cool vehicle to drive, and usually more than one at a time. Like usually like my daily and then something else cool to drive on the weekend. And now it's just I've been fine without it, I guess, like not spending the money. The cost of operating and owning a vehicle, a motor vehicle in Las Vegas these days is just, it's unreasonable. So I miss driving sometimes. I miss driving cool cars fast, but you can't drive anywhere fast around here anyway. Um, but I don't miss paying for cars. It is really nice to have like a weekend car if you have the means. There is something to be said for that for sure. But around here lately, just owning a cheap car, if you live in downtown Las Vegas and you have to insure even a cheap car in the neighborhood that I live in, it's an unreasonable amount of money. I can't justify the expense right now as much as I enjoy, driving and the comfort and security of a car. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Irving. Had fun last time. That Challenger that you were driving was pretty cool. I've always liked those. I tell you what, though, I don't know, in the time that I've lived here, I put, because I've done some deliveries and some Uber and stuff, um, in this valley. I've put a couple 100,000 miles on motor vehicles in the Las Vegas Valley, and put quite a few miles on scooters, e-bikes, motorcycles, bicycles now even. It's an entirely different experience getting around on bikes and e-bikes and stuff in Vegas is an entirely different experience than getting around in a car. But I mean, like doing the car thing is fine, except for like the traffic. There's a lot more traffic in Vegas than there used to be, like a lot more traffic in Vegas than there used to be. And like one of the things I hate more than anything in the world is sitting in traffic. I mean, I spent so much time in a car doing Uber Eats, for instance, on the side, and just, I don't know, the stop and go around here and having to wait sometimes for 2 or 3 light cycles just for all the cars to get through. It makes my skin crawl. I hate it so much. Yeah, and I know you've noticed a difference, Irving, because you've been coming here. You've seen the changes. I'm sure just in general. I mean, I guess there's just more traffic everywhere these days. But, Vegas is an entirely different place than it used to be as far as traffic. I used to love to ride motorcycles and mopeds and stuff around here, and I just can't anymore because everybody's in too much of a hurry. Everything is too congested. It's too dangerous. I'm not worried about me or my abilities to ride. I'm worried about everybody else. It's hard enough to ride a bicycle without getting killed around here. You remember Baby Love's comments in a recent live stream. It's hard to cross the street here when you've got the crosswalk sometimes without getting run over. Um, and I was telling her and you guys and everybody else when I have the crosswalk here in downtown Las Vegas, I make eye contact with people in cars because they will just turn. They're not even looking. They'll turn right in front of you. They'll run you right over. So, I had to quit riding motorcycles around here. Well, for a couple of reasons. I needed to sell my motorcycle and pay some old debts. Um, but also, I mean, I was just gonna get killed on that thing. And it's not me, it's everybody else. You know, there's too much traffic, too much congestion, everybody's in too much of a hurry. And it's just not a good situation anymore driving in Las Vegas. Yeah, Shane, for real. It's getting scary. Air conditioning, Laney Grace. Air conditioning is how we cope. And, you know, staying hydrated. Oh man, I'm getting tired now. Still no Uber Eats that I can go and do, and the DoorDash orders have been kind of stupid because they think I'm driving a car still after we've been through all that. Um, I'm not taking a 19-mile long delivery on a bicycle, so I won't be doing that tomorrow, most likely. So I guess we can just go, you know, cruise around the neighborhood at a leisurely pace as I wait for the mail to get here. Then I'm going to do my first ever road bike handlebar tape job. I only have one set of bar tape coming tomorrow, so I better get it right the first time. Um, I got to do that and then get ready for the chaos ride. Huh. Yeah, I don't know the deal with it myself, Liberty Tree, but that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody just needs to come together these days and find new transportation solutions. Like we've talked about in recent streams, there needs to be a better place for the bikes, scooters, e-bikes, that sort of stuff. You know, the alternative transportation needs its own safe lane everywhere. And I'm not just talking about painting part of the road green and calling it the bike lane. I mean, like a real legit safe place for people to ride. And then we're not getting in the way of cars either. The cars don't have to be bothered and inconvenienced by us because we've got our own designated space. I don't know. Somebody needs to come through with that. But like just highways in general, freeways, interstates, etc. Maybe it's time for some overhauls and or upgrades. You know, driving habits, styles, patterns, traffic, the amount of traffic, it's all changing. So maybe it's time for the Department of Transportation to adjust and, you know, like anyone else that's involved in those kinds of decisions. But I know over in Shane's neck of the woods, they're building a nice whole separate bike lane on Boulder Highway. And a lot of people are really upset about that. They're going to do that on a stretch of Maryland Parkway as well. A lot of motorists are really upset about that. But it's like, hey, you want us right in front of you, slowing you down, or you want us off to the side in our own lane, our own space? You know, like these days, if you're driving a car in Las Vegas, you're going to be sitting in traffic at some point. It's going to take you a while to get anywhere. But I really enjoy going on these group rides. I know Shane does too. Yeah, no, I know. It takes a while to make tunnels in this neck of the woods, but Yeah, tunnels could be a good, or like, could be like maybe elevated, but tunnels could be good in Vegas because if they could, keep them semi-climate controlled and people could ride year round, people could ride to work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in July on a bicycle without getting heat stroke. That'd be something. But if you went underground with it, I guess you could. Like, even when it gets 120 degrees, you could still probably ride your bike if it were in a tunnel. Why am I on this page? Wait. Hey, Joe, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, no, I've heard about that in Arizona. We have bike uh, paths here in Vegas that go all the way through. There's bike paths that go all the way to Arizona from Vegas. And then, well, let's see, where else? I don't think there's bike paths quite to Utah. But yeah, you can get all the way through Las Vegas on bike paths, except lots of them are homeless camps. And there's also lots of broken glass. Shane knows all about the broken glass on the bike trails. It was a good idea. In theory, they just need to clean it up a lot, get a better handle on it. But there are designated bike trails that go, bike and jogging trails and walking trails that go all through Las Vegas and can get you pretty much anywhere. You really don't have to take the roads, but it's not necessarily a better way to go because of all the homeless camps and broken glass and stuff. So if they can straighten it out, then it's pretty good. But it's really kind of sketchy right now. Some of them. So yeah, I guess sometime midday tomorrow I'm gonna take the slow bike out. And I can do a one-handed live stream on that. We got like 3,000 some odd views the last time I did a daytime one-handed live stream on that bike. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe we can get a repeat of that tomorrow. We'll see. But thanks to now 6,628 of you that have caught the Wednesday ride, and last week it was over 8,000 now total. So thanks again to everybody who tuned in for the Wednesday rides. And I guess tomorrow there'll be a Friday ride, and then the Chaos ride, which most or all of which I probably won't live stream, but I'll probably go live a time or two once I think the laser's getting tired. I'll probably check in with you once or twice from places where we end up tomorrow. So, I don't know. But if you're available tomorrow, it'd be great to see you during the daytime bike ride. And otherwise, I don't know if you're not, or if you're available at night. I guess maybe see you then. But I hope everybody has a nice day tomorrow. And I got some big weekend plans myself. If all the stuff that I got coming actually gets here, then I'll be able to follow through with all of said weekend plans. But anyway, stay tuned and make sure you got your notifications on, guys, because we got some stuff coming up. But anyway, I guess that's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna go have a snack and then I don't know, go to bed or something. But yeah, take care of yourselves, guys, and thanks for hanging out tonight. And thank you, Irving. And it'd be great to have you lurking tomorrow, even if you're driving or something. If you can lurk, I don't want to put you out or get you in a bad spot or anything. But yeah, if you might enjoy hanging out if you're available. So I sure do appreciate you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing you if you're available. And until then, do take care of yourselves and be well. And I'll see you again real soon.